Hello YouTube, it is Damien. It's the Bottom of Christmas Challenge. It is Leeds United. It is episode 7 of the Bottom of Christmas Challenge. And today we have the end of season review. And it is a lot different than what I was expecting. Like, I'm expecting, obviously, the inbox and all that. Have a look at this. This is clean, SI. So in the top right-hand corners, it actually says behind my face, if I take this away, it says the arrivals. I'm going to leave my face here unless there's stuff up in that top right-hand corner. I'm guessing we get like a slideshow preview of what's about to happen of our season. Obviously, for those that don't know and haven't watched until this moment, we took over in the Bottom of Christmas Challenge at Leeds, bottom of 8 points. We ended up staying up and finishing 16th. You guys, in terms of episode, didn't get to see the last 2 games of the season. We drew 2-2 to Chelsea in this 4-4-1-1, making a couple of slight changes to the system, and we conceded 94th minute in that game to draw to Chelsea. And I'm like, oh yeah, we've stumbled upon something looks great. Wolves smashed us 5-0 in the last day of the season. There was a couple of changes in that game, but even then, 5-0, we're 4-0 down by half-time and 3-0 inside 15 minutes. It was, Wolves just came out and just said, see you later, we're going to make sure we finish in the Europa League spot, get out of our house, sort of thing. And it was like, yeah. But this screen here looks absolutely sensational. Now, I'm going to recap those results a little bit more. Talk in this episode also about what I think we need to do tactically next season, and the sort of players that I want to build for next year as well. And yeah, and we'll get through all that and see how we go. But anyway, the new arrivals here. So this is what we didn't sign any new players in the first team season under me. That's true, but we did make some sales. So I'm guessing if we made some sales, if we actually brought some people in, that would actually come up on this report. It would actually show us who came in and who came out. That is a really, really nice screen. That is actually this is superb. So we obviously sold this guy out 51k. He actually went out and did okay. This guy, obviously, the goalkeeper went out $58. And there we are. The board were really happy with that, and the board were happy with Adam Forshaw. For me, Adam wasn't really a good enough player. Like, Adam's not good enough. Me and him have history in Fm19. He scored, and he has long shots of 10. On Fm19, and long shots of 6. He hit a thunder strike from about like 28 yards out, like 93rd minute in the semi-final of a championship playoff to send Leeds into the final, and me crashing out. The next season, we did go up with Sunderland by winning the league, but we probably were the best team in the championship that year, and a few games cost us. And then he went and did that, so I sold him pretty much straight away. The stream, though, and we are currently live. The link's down below. And like the YouTube episode, I'm subscribed to the channel. Our main save is coming. The season results, here we go. The board were pleased. As you can see, here we are. That's our full season results, which is not bad. If we're looking from when we took over, we had this game against Southampton, we won 2-3 and 5-2. Spurs 1-1, and then from then on we had Burnley. If I can scroll down, we can see Burnley. Okay, Burnley, West Brom, Villa, United, West Ham United, and Liverpool. Obviously, this Liverpool game probably was the highlight of the year. And then you can see like the rest of the results, and you can obviously see that we got beat 5-0 by Wolves and 2-2 by Chelsea. Can I actually view the game from here? Beautiful. Well, we're going to view the game here. We scored second minute with Rafinha. Rafinha actually played on the left. I'm training Rafinha to play as a left mid in this system because I want Rafinha to be here. And this 4-4-1-1 I am going to persist with going into next season. I'm going to build around it. But in the end, it was a good long ball from their corner. Bamford won it and puts it into Rafinha. Great touch, good composure, great finish, great goal. And really didn't mind that at all. Pulisic then obviously made it 1-1 very quickly. And yet again, our move was pretty good. We just don't pick up Mason Mount at all, giving way too much space. Both centre defensive mids kind of switched off. I think that was also my tactics. I was trialling out pressing maybe the 2 6s in a 4-2-3-1. I think maybe in a 4-2-3-1 you press the 10. If they play 4-3-3 with 1-6, you press the 6. Or you man mark the 6 to cut out all that stuff. We then made it 2-1 there with Rodrigo. Really nice goal here. The build-up play beforehand was really nice. Luke Ayling there with a good ball. Finds Rodrigo, good header, good goal. And you think that we're going to be okay, and then just, yeah, this goal was stupid. It is the 94th minute of 94 minutes. Pulisic, Otavio blocked, and if you ever seen Giroud first time volley it from outside the box ever in your life, I haven't. It was a bit annoying. Like, on paper, yeah, Chelsea probably deserve a point, right? But the fact that we made it to the 94th minute, the highlights come. I didn't go defensive because I'm like, oh, the season's over. I would have if we had stuff to play for. And then, yeah, we just copped it. on the break because we had a crossing situation down our end and they cleared it. So yeah, it was not nice. Oh, we have to go all the way back. That's not nice. But yeah, there we go. And then we had the 5-0 loss here to Wolves. If we have to go all the way back and then go back in, I'll do that at the end. But yeah, so the moments to remember was our biggest win was a 5-2 win, and the match to remember was our first game in charge where we won 3-2 and came back from 2-0 down to win the game 3-2, which was massive. We changed the system that day into 4-2-3-1, and we did that. And goal of the year was in that 5-2, which was Rodrigo. Was an incredible strike. Yeah, this is when Rodrigo runs by himself and scores. I'm pretty sure actually you guys saw that as part of the YouTube episode, so I'm not going to bother that. The finances for this year, this is all very clean. Look how clean this is. This is amazing. This is great. This is actually superb from SI. I'm loving this end of season review screen. This makes it so much easier for videos. As you can see here, our reputation kind of did that. No new sponsors to talk about. We made a lot of money. We made 73 mil from broadcast. We also had very low turnover because our wage was really low. AJ, how are you? Good to see you. And yeah, we're doing all right. How about yourself? And then obviously merchandise. Phillips obviously made a lot. Rodrigo and Dallas. Still tempted to sell Dallas, but he's also very capable playing right on the right. We tried that in the last game. That obviously didn't work. But yeah, and then how we lined up mostly was in the 4-2-3-1. I would say that Messelai obviously was a big miss for us towards the end of the year. Cooper's probably going out the door if I can. Ailing and Dallas. Dallas won't be playing left back. He's either going to be playing out wide or that's it. Harrison obviously going back to his city next year as well. Bamford, towards the end of the year, really got found out. Like, I don't want to actually click on his name if it's going to take me away from the screen. That's maybe something for SI that it'll take you back to this screen. And then the accolades here. Fans Player of the Year was Calvin Phillips. Young Player of the Year was obviously Rafinha, which is not bad, even though he's 24. Patrick Bamford did score the most goals and got the most assists and got the most player of the matches. Highest average rating was a 7 by Calvin as well. And then apparently there's record breakers maybe. Luke Ayling got 11 yellow cards this year as well. But yeah, and then that's the end of that screen. That's actually a really nice screen. And then, does it let us see more? Ancelotti fired by Everton. Apparently, Jurgen Klopp, even though he's in a Champions League final, is favourite to get sacked. Interesting. Look, it is what it is. We did alright. Season, I love the graphs. The graphs are so good in FM. As well. AJ, I'll explain why we're Leeds in a second. So we're quite busy and leaky. That's pretty true. I would love to see how, well, in saying that though, we were pretty good defensively until we played Wolves, and I'll show you that in a second as well. And then attacking efficiency, we actually weren't the worst. You know, we were decent going forward. We didn't create as many chances as I would like, but we're pretty clinical. And like, if we're going to play 4-4-1-1, and I'm happy with that, I wouldn't mind. Playing attacking soccer, playing entertaining soccer, I feel like we can still do that. Which I think we're trying to. This 4-4-1-1 is built more to kind of sit and then break, but I do feel like with the right players, we will break a lot and it will become quite an attacking system. They might not like it in terms of that we're not going to be playing 60% possession, off we go. We got found out trying to do that this year, right? But we can play some entertaining soccer, sure, which surely we'll still try and press, but in our own half. I'm not going to go gun-ho next year. Like this 4-4-1-1, we'll talk about it. I've changed slight little tweaks to it as well. But yeah, we'll accept that current vision as well. End of season review, team meeting. I'm just going to go... Kiko's apparently negative. There's a bit mixed in here. There's a lot of options here too. Interesting. Right. Well done avoiding relegation. It's been great. Make sure you get back fully rested because I'm looking to finish top half. Look, personally, I do want to finish top half, but I don't think that would be the right thing to say to these players. Make sure you're all fully rested because I'm looking for a mid-table finish. That's probably more what I will go and say. Avoiding relegation, we should be better than that. Saying that we're well clear is not bad. You've adopted our style of play over the last few months. I'm confident that we can come back for pre-season. We can improve even further. That's actually not a bad thing to say about improving. I want to make a promise that we will be better than last year though. I'm not going to say change the squad. Certain caliber of play, I'm not going to say that either. They haven't done a good enough job of playing in the style, I suppose, no. I'm going to say that we're good enough to finish mid-table, and they absolutely love that. I'm going to open arms, exactly the reaction I'm after. That's exactly the kind of vision. We'll secure a mid-table finish. I would like to discuss some promises I'm willing to make for next season. Nice. Outstretched arms. I'm gonna look to. I will want you to be standing around if anyone's big offer. We'd like to make some cuts next season, which some of you have to leave. No, I don't want to say that either. Yes, we have AJ actually. I'll get to that in a second as well. Looking straight defense, attack. Look, I will look to do the coaching staff, and I will be looking to give some youth, and then I think that's enough promises. Yeah, done. Like I will look to improve the coaching team, and I definitely will look to get in some younger talent into this team as well because we definitely need it. Morales wins top goal scorer. Why are we seeing this? Is this guy on loan from us? No. Why are we seeing this? Oh, maybe because he's in our shortlist. Yeah, beautiful. Done. And then yeah, I want to know how much money we got to spend for next year if we can find that out in this episode as well. And I need to show what happened against Wolves and talk about the 4-4-1-1 before we continue as well. Feel like you're trying to upset me, Forest, and then Leeds. AJ, this is the first time AJ's been in the chat. He's a massive part of the channel. If you guys haven't checked him out, YouTube or Twitch, boys, give him a shout out. AJ, you can shout out yourself. You're a mod in here. But yeah, great streamer. We did a bottom of Christmas challenge. Didn't expect it to be Leeds, but Leeds were bottom with 8 points, and so we beat the drop with them, which is really nice. And then in terms of the Builder Nation, we are going to do it in Denmark. We're going to go to the 3rd division, and its name is SFB. They're founded in 2018 with no history on FM. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do them and create my own little bit of history there. Clutch is encouraging 6 players. Leeds, Stars, count, cost a refund. Yep, 5-0 loss. All right, perfect way to get into it. Let's have a look at the 5-0 loss. I wish we could just click on like the goals, but we have to do it like this. But it's not bad. It's a little bit more clicking, but it's all good. This was weird. So like we obviously played Chelsea. We were very defensively solid and we looked good. And I went into this game thinking, okay, not a problem. But yeah, like they just hammered us. Like this goal here, if we're going to concede goals next year, let them be from there. Right, that's not a problem by me. Right, if we're going to concede from distance, it's these goals here that hurt, and this is maybe because we played Alioski at left back because I was trying to play Dallas at left at right mid, seeing if he would work. We definitely did better left back. Just the non-pressing situation is annoying, and then it was 13 minutes, and it's a set piece. So if you look at 2 of the goals, right, it's a set piece that falls in, and it's a hit, and it's a goal. 2 of the goals have come from outside the box, great long range hits. What can you do, right? The goal against Giroud, right, and against Chelsea, long range hit, what can you do? Then it's a set piece. So have we been broken down in this game? Once. The other 3 goals have been 2 from distance and a set piece, and even Kilman's goal is from a corner. So what we could maybe look at next year is maybe how we defend set pieces, great, in this system. But the system itself, and that's what I wanted to say when we say, oh, we lost 5-0. It looks really bad and horrid, and yeah, we gave them a lot of chances, but the expected goal was only a .88. It's the fact they've scored 3 from distance or 2 from distance and 2 from set pieces and 1 actual goal. On a different day, that game there is finishing 1-0 Wolves. And we missed a couple of chances as well. So, yeah, like, that's why analysis is really good and you get the expected goal stuff as well, which is not bad. So if we talk about the tactic itself, I lined up like that on the final day, right? And they're all on vacation, that's why they're in red. I lined up like that on the final day, and the reason why is Dallas is, even though, and I'm open to selling Dallas, he's 23 mil, he's 30 years of age, he's not great, whatever, but he does do something that I really do like in this system, is that he is a wide midfielder, and he can play it on attack relatively well. He's got good work rate, can bomb up and down. I could almost play him on support and like just let him just kind of like float around out there. And I don't mind having one of those sort of players in this team. Now, obviously, he played left back for us for quite a long while this year, and he actually improved as the year went on. But at left back, just not good enough defensively. Very found out. Pace got found out. Whatever. So we definitely need a left back, and we will work our way into tactics as well in terms of transfers as well. But like this guy has a little bit, so unless a big offer came in for Dallas, I might not actively look to sell him. I will probably look to get him off an important player. But yeah, he could play wide midfielder for me relatively well. Just Yeah. He also played a bit more as a defensive winger. I don't particularly like defensive wingers, but I do like wide playmakers, wide midfielders, and wingers in the 4-4-2 or 4-4-1-1 sort of system. And so for me, Dallas could stick around. And then Rafinha's been learning this left-hand side role, and I think just as a winger and attack, explosive movement, he's one of our best players. He's currently wanted at the moment by Wolves, who are in Europe, unless it was for like 60, 70, 80 million, and we really try and eke out as much as we could for him. I want to keep hold of him. I want to let him go. He, on paper, is probably our best player, right? And then the system itself is very self-explanatory. You guys have seen it, it's very much a system that's pretty much on the break. It allows our quicker players to run at people in defence, like Rodrigo, Rafinha, like I said. If we buy a better right mid, that's not Dallas. Jack Harrison could have played there. I'm not going to loan him back next year, and etc. And there we go. And we got two midfielders that defensively minded. I've been trying to get Noah to play in this role. Just every time he's kind of played, apart from the game where he scored a goal in, he's not been the greatest. But I'm definitely going to put a lot of time into the 18-year-old. He's not bad. And I want to give this youth some chance as well. There's some good youth here. And it has to be highlighted. The youth here is really good. Like, you look at Noah. Creswell, hands down for me, even though he is 6.65, I feel like centre-back ratings are very, very, very harsh this year on FM. But, on paper looks good. And for me, never made a blaring mistake. Where Koch used to make blaring mistakes. And Liam Cooper, who for me is out the door, make blaring mistakes. And even Llorente made mistakes. I was just like, oh, okay, whatever. And then you look at Pascal as well. He's been superb at Aberdeen. He's averaging a 6.98 and an Aberdeen side that's not overly great. And he's just been developing. So expect to see Pascal definitely come in and be here as our left centre-back next year. Just expect it. There's definitely some good youth around. I'm going to give some youth a chance. But in terms of the system, you guys have seen it. It's a bit more on the counter. And it's not like we're playing, oh my God, on the counter. When we keep the ball, we keep it shorter. We move it around really quick. And if it's not there, we keep it. It's nice. I feel like we've got a good balance. But obviously we're a bit deeper, much lower. Really inviting pressure, keeping it very compact, forcing people wide. And that's why I've now actually, in our opposition instructions, have now set up for us to press the wide players in systems. So right ring backs, left ring backs, right backs, left backs, midfielders, and obviously attacking midfielders out wide, and showing him that ride value. So maybe against Wolves it cost us that we kept showing Semedo onto his right foot, not his left, which is weaker. But at the same time, we're forcing him well away from goal. If he's going to hit those crosses, I expect my centre-backs to man mark Raul Jimenez better and not allow the header, right? Simple as that. Against Mo Salah, right, in Liverpool, that would work a treat. You're forcing him out wide. He can't hurt me from there. He can't hurt me in those half space. So I'm really trying to force opposition really wide, out wide, blocking that middle, and really make it congested. And if you look at the Chelsea game and that Wolves game at the end there, Giroud's equalised from distance because they couldn't break us down, right? They scored set pieces and from distance because they couldn't break us down. So for next year, if I can get the right calibre of player to play on the break and make us a bit more aggressive and attacking going forward, I think defensively we've got a good enough system that we can maybe be a little bit more defensively solid. And we saw that against Everton, and we saw that against, who did we beat? Palace last episode. And then in this episode, I still even think when we lost 5-0, that the expected goal ratio of Wolves really reflected that we were actually defensively really solid, just really unlucky to concede 4 goals that from set pieces or from distance. So That to me is a bit of an outlier. If you look at our last month and a bit, I think the tactic's not bad. And then in terms of players, I haven't really done too much. I've told our fullbacks to stay kind of wider because if we have the ball, we need a switch play or they need to overlap. They're going to be a bit wider to get a cross in or bomb on. And that maybe could work if we play inverted wingers, but I do think wide or attacking wingers are going to be a bit better in a system that's really focusing on getting quick players running at people on the break. So I feel like that's what we're going to do. And then that leads me into my last part. What do we need in terms of people for next year? Alioski's not going to be here, so we need a left back. I honestly think Luke Ayling isn't good enough for the Premier League, so he's going to come out as well. I am going to move Stuart Dallas out the team and just say that. I do think we also need a better midfielder. And then I do think we need an out-and-out proper striker, but I want a pressing forward. Someone that's going to press where the line of engagement is, which is below halfway here, win the ball, and someone that's able to help Rodrigo on the break, help Rafinha on the break, right? So hopefully we find someone like that. I am tempted to say that we definitely probably needed a better goalkeeper, But I think Meslier has done really well in his development this year. And I'll give him the go, the 21-year-old. We might go for a better backup keeper. But that's really it. Like, I'm looking left back, right back, centre mid, out wide, and a striker, really, is what I'm looking for next year. We're already scouting people for that, and for people on stream. We're going to do that. Aspen, good to see you. Yeah, and that's the thing. We also got people out on loan that are really not bad as well. If you go to our loan report as well, on our loans. We've got, obviously, Pascal, we've talked about, Sam Greenwood. And this is the thing, is that we probably did lack a backup striker. Tyler Roberts, 22, went to my side, Mets, and scored 8 and 14 in La Liga. Ligue sorry. So we might even bring him back and give him a go as well. But then, where is Mateus, if I can see him? There he is. He used to be really good on FM, the 19-year-old. This year, he has not got a good scout report at all. He has been absolutely shafted. I don't understand why. Like last year was a wonder kid and a half. Same with Jamie Shackleton. Both have been absolutely killed by SI. And I don't think either of them done anything wrong. Like this guy's played 4 times for Poland at 19. He deserves a bit of a wonder kid potential. But yeah, here we are. And that's really it. But I think that, A, that's obviously a very nice screen from the season review. B, I feel like we've now found a tactic that maybe isn't as attacking as the board would like. But I think deep down we can actually do something attacking with it. And lastly, but more importantly, there is definitely a clear path for us to, go and improve the squad, And there's also backup players as well. We're going to be very much a look at younger squad, and there we are. In terms of this season and whatever, it's done, it's finished, thank God. We did stay up. We completed the challenge. Now I'm actually going to do maybe a season or 2 of us just trying to make Leeds as good as we can. Maybe try and finish in Europe somehow. Go on a cut run or something like that. And then, apart from that, we'll see how we go. Loan players to return, which is nice as well, and I'll deal with all that in a bit later as well. But we're not going to see how much money we're going to get to spend. Apparently, it's going to be a minimum of 23. I would hope after making 70 million, the board give me about 40, but we'll see how that goes as well. But from Damon and everybody else here, a bit of a wordy episode. Do love my season reviews. And from season 1 here in charge of Leeds and the bottom of Xmas challenge completed. We stayed up from being bottom on December 25th. I'll see you next time for Season 2, pre-season, all the transfers, the tactics, everything like that. Next time. Thank you and goodbye.